Okay. Yes. Oh, yeah. So everybody take a look. And again, we've been working a lot with proportions, so I don't think it's really that hard. In a minute, I got another worksheet for us that I think is a little bit trickier. But again, right now, this is just having similar figures, which means their angles are equal, the sides are proportional. So let's have Nora tell me about number 11.
So I wrote that it has 4/6 equals 12/x.
Exactly.
And then you could assume that 6, or you could like change it to 2/3 equals 12/x. But I just assumed like 4 times 3 equals 12.
That's
6
right.
times 3 equals 18, and so the answer would be 18 meters.
That is exactly correct. 18 meters. Now, everybody take a look at number 11. All right. Everybody take a look at number 11. Make sure you're good. All right, I don't think it's that hard, but every year I say that and kids find it hard once we get to the test. All right. Does anybody have any questions with that? Anybody have any questions? All right, Maggie, let's see if you can tell me how to set up number 12.
So you do 9/10.
I like that. 9/10 equals
X/30.
exactly x/30.
And then you multiply by 3.
Just multiply by 3.
7 inches.
Those 27 inches is perfect. All right, I'm good with that. All right, 13, Mr. Ward. 9/11. X/44. Times multiply by 4. Yes, sir. X equals 36. I'm happy with that. All right, now remember what I'm trying to tell you guys. Just writing down my answers is no good. Right? Anybody have any issues with that? All right, Sophia, let's let you do 14. Now, does everybody look at 14? Does everybody see they're trying to twist it around and stuff? So you have to be especially careful with these. All right, Sophia, tell me what to do.
X/8 equals 19/38.
So she said X/8 equals what?
19/38.
19/38. Now, the way I look at that is she did the small to the large. So it has to be small to large. Does everybody agree with what I'm saying on that? All right, I'm gonna say that one more time because you guys didn't answer me. Does everybody understand when we're doing 19 to 38, the small side went over the what? The large side. So I need to do the what? Small side over the large side. Thank you. Go tell me.
I'm just confused on how you know.
Well, listen, you can't really do it wrong unless you don't put the right corresponding sides. All right, and that sounds kind of weird, but let me say it one more time for you. So, do you know that X, right, and 8 are here, correct? Right, so I don't care if you put X/8 or 8/X, it doesn't matter, right? What does matter if you put X/8, I like to say X is the small side and 8 is the large side. So on the other triangle, I have to do what? Small to large. I can't do large over small. Does that make sense? Yeah, now, the last couple of days, we've been talking about there's lots of different ways you can write this. Like if you wanted to, you could have said 38/8 is equal to 19/X, like that also. Now, why is that? Because I just did the large side of the large triangle over the large side of the small triangle. And that's large to small. Do you agree with this now? So again, it doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
Mm-mm.
The larger triangle goes first.
Right, it doesn't matter. As long as you're consistent with the corresponding sides. Does that make sense? Yeah, hopefully it makes sense. Right, so after you did all this, Curtis, what was the answer? What was, what did we, weren't you, who was doing this one?
No one did it.
Oh, Sophia was doing it. What was the answer here then?
So I did 38x equals 152.
So
So x equals 4.
So X equals 4. All right, is everybody good with that? Now, I really would like you to tell me something that you noticed. Tell me.
I thought you could see, like on the first one, I thought you should do 38 divide by 19, get 2 and then.
Yes, that's exactly correct. Hey,
So we didn't give them to the other 3. I don't know.
that's right. Just set them right here.
Okay.
Right, they're older. Thank you. I'll give them to them. I appreciate you, girls. Okay, so let me get back to that real quick to what I was saying. Somebody asked me a question.
Oh, that was me.
And no, that's right. So he did something really smart. Listen to what he said. He just made an observation that 19 is half of 38. So I agree with that. So what's half of 8? There you go. And that's the answer. All right. Does everybody see how that can be done? All right. Now, I also really like how Sophia said, I'm just going to multiply 8 times 19 and divide it by 38. That's the mathematical way of doing it. But I also want you to know you can observe one triangle is so many times greater than the other and just go directly from that. I don't care. What?
I just don't understand how you find which corresponding sides go to each other. Like, I would think.
Okay, so let me explain this now one more time, because I think you did a really good job asking that question. So I want everybody to stop, put their pencils down, and just please listen, right? You wouldn't believe what I'm doing in my geometry class. Guess what I'm doing in my geometry class? This exact same stuff in my geometry class. They're not any bit ahead of you. All right. My 8th graders that are taking geometry are doing this exact same thing. All right. And I'm explaining to them the exact same thing. And I taught them this when they were in pre-algebra. All right. Same exact thing. All right. So you're going to be seeing this a lot. Proportions are extremely important. So I like what you said. Now, here's what I would tell you. Ready? Listen to me. That X is between 2 tick marks and 3 tick marks. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah.
So if I said X over 8, I could say X is the one between 2 and 3 tick marks, right?
Mhm.
So what is the other side that's between 2 and 3 tick marks?
19.
That's right. That's why it goes there. And 8 is between 1 and 3 tick marks.
Yeah.
So 38 is between 1 and 3 tick marks. So you can do it like that.
Oh.
Right? And tick marks are just what we call these lines right here. All right, the distinguish between them. All right, 1 tick mark, like this angle is the same as this angle. This angle is the same as this angle, and this angle is the same as this angle.
Well, like on 15 or 30.
I'm going to show you something on 15. All right, what?
How come you put like 8 with 38 and then like on opposite?
Well, because they're trying to confuse you by the way they twisted the triangle. 8 is the large side. Do you agree?
Oh, yeah.
So 38 is the large side.
Okay.
That's how, whether or not you understand things. Like, let me explain this. 11, don't interrupt me. 11 is really easy because it's drawn perfectly. Hub, do you hear me?
Yes.
Then stop ignoring me. Like you're crazy or something. Do you see what I'm saying? 11 is considered a super easy one because it's just drawn so you can see it easily. 14 is considered hard because it's what? Twisted around. It's not set perfectly to your eyes can see. You with me? Now over here, somebody asked me about 15, which I think is really smart. But what is 15? What are those shapes? They're rectangles. So what are all the angles? No, what are right angles? All of the angles are 90 degrees, right? All of the angles are 90 degrees. So all of the angles are equal. Is everybody happy with that? So because of that, I would like someone to do like, and tell me what is X without doing, yeah, X, because why? Because it's half. Why? Because 3 is half of what? 3 is half of 6. Now we can set up the proportion and say 3 over 6 equals X over 32. But I'm also trying to show you 3 is the short side. X is the what? Short side. 6 is the long side. 32 is the long side. All right. Hopefully that's making sense. Everybody good with this?
Yeah.
Everybody good? Max, am I doing good? All right. Here we go. Let's take a look now at number 16. Jacob, why don't you help me with this one?
All right, then. I feel like you're gonna call me for some reason.
Tell me
So,
what we're doing.
Let's find out. Let's look at the first trapezoid. I forgot what shape.
That's called a parallelogram, by the way.
Yes. Thanks for the reminder.
So what do we got? What is the proportion? Set up the
Yeah.
proportion.
10, 36, and 24. Let's do, so we don't know what 10, the other number next to 10 is. Let's do X and 10 together.
X over 10.
And then right next to it, let's do this $36 the top one.
Yep.
Then let's do 36 over 24.
It has to be 36 over 24. It's not an option. All right.
And in the end, we just get 15.
Anybody else get 15? All right. And we put 15 meters. Tell me.
Can I like simplify the do, like,
Yes, you
24?
listen, you don't have to ask me these questions anymore. Can you set it up differently? Can you reduce the fractions? Yes, always. That's what I would have done. I would have just reduced 36 and 24 and said X over 10 equals 3 over 2. Right? But if you don't have to do that. All right, there's lots of ways to get the right answer. All right, as long as you got what? 15, are you correct? Yes, I don't care. You can do it differently. Thank you, Mackenzie.
Yeah, how'd you get it?
Do on your calculator, cross multiply and divide. 36 times 10 and then divide by 24. You with me on that?
Oh, I didn't clear my calculator.
All right. So now let's go. Now, Addison, I'm going to see if I can throw you off here a little bit, girl. Tell me how to set this one up. Yes, you can.
And then X over 7.
Which one? Come on now. Don't tell me yet. Think about it. Now, what I want you to do is you did 8, which is the what? Small, and 36 is the what? So it has to be in that right order. So now look, listen to what I just said. This right here is the small and this is the large. Do you agree? So you're 7 and X. What is 7? Is it large or small? So you're telling me this is bigger than this. Why? But you have to tell me, why is it 7 over X? That's exactly how you do it. Right? So I want to make sure you heard me correctly now. So I'm erasing this. You said 8 over 36. So you did the small to the large. Now your job is to look at this and this and tell me which one's small and which one's large.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
So it'd be what again? 7 over X. And now cross multiply and divide for me and tell me what you got. Shh. Everybody should be doing it. I'm not doing it. All right. Everybody should have an answer. That way you can tell whether you understand it. I don't care if you set up the proportion. Well, I do care if you set up the proportion. Everybody should set up the proportion, and then however you want to solve it, you can solve it. So I want X to be what? Shh. Is it 31.5?
Yes, good job.
All right, 31.5 meters. Right? Anybody have any issues with that? What?
Did you multiply like 36 times 7? Yeah, cross multiply.
Yes. Hey, I thought you were sitting over here permanently. You were. All right, because that's what happens.
Divided by 8.
Try it and see. Right? That's what I'm saying to some of you guys. You do the work. Don't just write down my answer. If you do the work, you'll be amazed. Right? You good? Anybody else have any issues? Anybody else? Okay. So now they're trying to confuse you here. So don't let them confuse you. Everybody set up what they think is the proportion. Everyone set up the proportion. I'm going to let Aiden tell me this one. Whenever you're ready, tell me the proportion.
Does it matter which? two
No,
numbers
it
you
makes no
pick?
difference. You
Okay.
set it up however you want. Make me a fraction.
Could you do 12 over 15?
I'm gonna try that right now. I'm gonna draw my fractions. And I'm gonna put 12 over 15. That is correct. Now, what does 12 correspond to?
It's a smaller number and 15 is the larger one.
Okay, so what would it be? Because you use these two. Now you have to use these two.
Oh, okay, then it's X over 63.
Exactly, because 63 is between the two tick marks. Do you agree with that?
Mhm.
There you have it. That's how easy. Ms. Clifton, are you okay with that? Now, do you have to set it up that way? No, that's why I'm saying, set it up, cross multiply, divide, and Aiden's gonna tell me his answer. And then you cross multiply and divide your fraction. And if you got the same answer, then you set it up properly. Right? I can't write all the different possibilities. Everybody understanding me? You've got to set it up yourself. You've got to do the cross multiply and dividing yourself. So Aiden, what did you get?
50.4.
Somebody said 50.4.
Oh,
Anybody? Shh. What did you get?
50.4.
50.4,
I got 78.75.
78.7.
78.75.
Okay, so did everybody do 63 times 12? Do that on your calculator
Oh,
and then divide it by 15. What is 63 times 12 divided by 15? 50.4, right? That means some of you didn't set it up properly. So you got to figure out or calculate why did you set it up incorrectly? And if you'd like for me to tell you, I can. So if you made a mistake and you don't see your mistake, you ask me, and then I'll explain to you why your mistake is bad.
yeah. I set it up 15 over 12.
Okay, so here we go. We're doing 15 over 12. Listen to me. 15 over 12 is equal to what?
X over 60.
Now I'm going to show you why you're wrong. You ready? Look real carefully because that's a good choice. All right. So now 15. All right. I'm going to show you now. 15 is the triangle side between, that's too big. It's between the 1 and the 2. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So this has to be the one between the 1 and the 2. This, do you see that now, right?
Yeah.
That corresponds there. That makes sense now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, easy mistake and easy correction. Easy correction. All right, what did you do?
I did the same thing. I don't still understand.
You
Oh, I did 12 over 63.
12 over 60, but listen to me. Now I can tell you easily this. I know that's not correct. Please listen to me now so I can show you. 12 does not correspond to 63. 12 doesn't correspond to 63 because 63 is between those two marks. 63 corresponds to what? 15.
I don't know.
Well, do you see this angle has 1 mark here and 2 marks here?
Yeah.
This 15 has 1 mark and 2 marks.
Mhm.
That means those two go together,
Oh, right.
right? The 12 has 2, but it doesn't have a 1. 12 corresponds to X. All right, you could also say it's on the side, not the bottom. All right, now everybody set up for me 19 real quick. Remember, which is called a trapezoid. All right, I want everybody to set up 19 now, especially if you made a mistake. All right. And I haven't heard from Max yet. So Max, I want you to tell me what your proportion is for 19.
7 over 6.
What is it?
27 over 6
27 over 6.
is equal to 9 over.
You are amazing. Perfect. Shh, 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 hold on a minute. And I want Max to tell me the answer. And then you can see whether or not you got the right answer.
27x is equal to 9 times 6.
Okay.
9 times 6 is equal to 24,
Mhm.
I'll divide that by 27.
And so what does X equal?
Add 2.
2 kilometers. Anybody else get 2 kilometers now?
Yeah.
Are you starting to feel better about it?
No. I did 9 over 27.
I can't hear you,
I did 9 over 27.
but listen to me.
Because I thought 9 over.
Listen. You are correct. 9 over 27. I like that. So now what did you put?
Then I put 6 over there.
Yeah, but 9 is from the small. This 27 is to the large figure. So I have to go back to the small. What's the small?
6.
No.
What is there?
So there's a small shape and a large shape. You did the small trapezoid to the large trapezoid. So if you're going from the small trapezoid to the large trapezoid, you have to go from the small trapezoid to the large trapezoid again. You went from large to small. You got these mixed up. Small trapezoid to the large trapezoid. Do you hear me? So you went 9 to 27. You have to go back to the small trapezoid and get the other unknown. What's the other unknown? And the large trapezoid, what does that X correspond? There you go. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, number 20. All right. Who didn't I hear from? Lila, I haven't heard from you, right? No, Lila's up. So go ahead.
Triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF.
Okay, now I need everyone to concentrate on this. So I want to ask Lila a question. What does AB correspond to? Right here, look.
Triangle.
Right here. The first two, you see what I'm saying, right? The first 2 letters go with these 2 letters.
Okay.
So now if I ask you what corresponds to BC, what would you say?
EF.
That is correct. Where do you need to move now? Hey, where do you need to move? Then be quiet. Stop interrupting. Or you will be moving to the office. Now, what corresponds to AC?
DEF.
That is absolutely correct. You with me now, right?
Yeah.
So now you know how to write the proportions. So BC, right?
Mhm.
So I want you to write down BC. Now, when you write down BC, what does BC correspond to?
EF.
That's right. So find EF. EF is what?
36.
That is correct. You with me?
Yeah.
Equals. Now I have triangle ABC on top. So what else is there? What else? What other part of ABC do you know?
AC.
That is correct. You know AC. What is AC?
7.
Where does that go? On the top or the bottom?
On the top.
Because the triangle ABC is on the top.
Yeah.
And so now what goes on the bottom?
DEF is coming.
There you go. That's what that is. All right, that's very hard. So look up and make sure you're with me. All right. You have to put the corresponding sides with the corresponding sides or it's not going to work. All right, now you have to cross multiply for me.
9.
And you got BC equals 9 feet. Anybody else get 9 feet?
Yeah.
All right, you good, Mikey, now? Hub, are you getting 9 feet?
Yeah, I just don't get it.
What do you,
Like, I don't get how.
you know what? Part of my problem is today with you is you're not listening to me. That's why you don't know. All right, you're talking across the room. You have your eyes somewhere else and you wonder why you don't know something. You don't know because you're not listening to me 100%. I mean it, not putting up with it. So now I'm going to try to help you. So I want you to listen to me. You see how they said BC, right?
Yeah.
So I asked her some questions. What does BC correspond to? What does BC correspond to? That's right, because you weren't listening. All right. BC corresponds to EF. Why is that? Because it's the second two letters of the triangle. They correspond to these two letters. Do you hear me? Now I'm going to ask you, what corresponds to AB? What corresponds to AC? Now you understand. You hear me? All right. Let's everybody try quadrilateral RSTU. Now I'm going to go around the room and ask you a question. So I'm going to ask real quick. You have a
I
question?
remember telling you.
What happened?
I did it before and I just drew 2 triangles.
Yes, you can draw 2 triangles and put the letters in. All right. So listen, I'm actually happy you said that, girl. That's good. So I want everybody to do this because she's thinking it's easier if you just do this. But I was trying to show you. All right. Yep. Now watch. I have that triangle and I'm going to, nice with my iPad, I can just duplicate it and bring it over, but I can just make it smaller so you can see. So then you can put A, B, C, D, E, F like that. Does everybody see that? And then she said, well, then I just put in BC is X, EF is 36, AC is 7, and DF is 28. And now you can see it better. Do you agree? Everybody see that? All right, you can make your triangle on that. All right. So now let's go ahead and draw the figure out here. All right, so do this for me. Draw a quadrilateral, it doesn't matter. Let's just draw a quadrilateral. Then draw another quadrilateral. And now we're going to practice labeling quadrilateral RSTU. RSTU. Don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're looking back there for. There's nothing going on back there. All right, yes.
Does it matter what order you pick the letters?
No, that's a good question. The only thing is you have to go in alphabetical order. I could put R over here. RSTU. You with me?
Yeah.
Or I could do this. I could do RSTU and go counterclockwise.
Okay.
Does it matter though? Doesn't matter. All right. So that was another very good question. So here we go. RSTU. Now I'm going to draw another one. It's similar to LMNO. Now L has to go with what letter? L has to go with what letter, people?
Oh, R.
R, right. So wherever you started with on R, you got to start with L. So you're going to say LMNO. Now LO is our unknown, so we're going to put X. RU is 6. LM is 45. And RS is 9. Now, we all should be able to look at that now and say, obviously, X is how much? Come on, everybody look up and tell me what obviously X is. 30. Everybody should be able to tell me that. Right? Because why? 9 and 45, we have a relationship.
You multiply by 5.
You just multiply by 5. Now, guys, I'm trying to tell you that this to me is easy if you can see the picture properly. It's not as easy if you can't see the picture.
Wait, what do you mean multiply by 5?
So 9, look at 9 and look at 45. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? 9 and 45. Who was asking me? So what's the relationship between 9 and 45? What did you do?
You could divide
Okay, what did you divide by?
5.
Right. So what's X?
30.
Right. That's what we said. Now you understand. All right, now you understand. All right, let's take a look at, wow, let's take a look at 22 now. Yes,
Okay, so, Vincenzo's similar to her daughter, so her daughter's school has the length of 2 yards and width of 1 yard, so it's 2/1.
right, hold on. So now 2 over 1, so 2 represents length, 1 represents width.
And her doll's quilt has a length of 1/2 yard.
So where does the
So
1/2 go?
Over, X.
Right, 1/2 over
And
X.
you know that, well, if you didn't, that wouldn't really make sense, but 1/2 goes into 2 4 times, and, or else we're going to do 1 4 times 1 4.
Right, so she is absolutely correct. So the answer here is 4. But if your fractions, you're a little sketchy with your fractions, we can always do what? Cross multiply. So when I cross multiply, I get 2x equals 1/2. And now what do I do?
1/2 divided by 2.
And what's 1/2 divided by 2?
Oh, sorry, 1/4.
Yes, that's correct. Went a little too fast.
Well, no, I said it was 1/4.
Oh, I thought you said 4.
No, I said it was 1/4.
Oh, I just didn't understand you then.
So no, I said that.
You must have been talking too fast.
No, I said, like 1/4 went into 1 4 times, so you probably thought, because like I couldn't say 2 divided by 1/2, because that would be 4. And then it would just become. big.
So that's why you said it should have said 1/2 divided by 4 or 1/2 divided by 2.
You know what I meant, I meant it was.
Oh, I know what you mean. You're correct. I did. You're right. So X is 1/4. All right. So X is definitely 1/4. All right. So
Do you have to put the unit on it?
yes, put the unit on there. 1/4 of a yard. Thank you very much. Always put the units. Uh-oh, we got problems. Aiden,
Do you have to do 2 times X?
no,
Okay.
no, I want you to be good at numbers. Right? That was kind of obvious. Do you agree?
Yeah.
All right, let's look at this pizza shop. All right, we're looking at a pizza shop now. All right, we got 2 more problems. How much time do we have? When's the bell ring? I forgot. Oh yeah, we got 4 minutes. We can do 2 problems in 4 minutes. If we can do that, then we have no homework. All right, that'll be nice. We'll just start the new worksheet tomorrow. Okay, read it, Mike. Go. Okay, 3.
A large pizza is 12 inches by 2 inches. Quarter size of the small pizza is 6 inches. What is the perimeter of the small pizza? So, if the big pizza is 12 by 18, then the other side of the small pizza is 9 inches. And so that's
Exactly,
wow.
exactly.
The size would be 6 inches, 2 or 9 inches.
So what's the
perimeter is 30 inches.
You are amazing, kiddo. That was really smart. 30 inches. That was hard.
How do you know which one's the shorter side and the
Shh,
shorter side?
we're working on that. Just a minute. Maybe it says the shorter side of the small pizza is 6.
No, I know that, but like, how do you know which one's the small side? Oh.
That was a good joke. I appreciate that. I know that. I know. Does anybody have problems with 30 inches? Mackenzie, you good?
Did you just add 12 inches?
Yes, because, well, no. What we did is the small pizza is 6 inches by 9 inches.
Yeah.
So that means this is 6 and this is 9. So that's how we got the perimeter of 30. You with me on that? Perimeter is 30. What?
I got 9 inches, but I don't fully understand how I got 30. I thought there's no.
Perimeter. I just went over the perimeter.
I saw it,
So how do I find perimeter? Very good. You add up all the sides. That's how you find perimeter. And I know you know that. All right, so I added 9 plus 9 plus 6 plus 6. With a calculator, I think you can manage that. All right, now 24. All right, so on 24, we have triangle ABC. So let's everybody draw a triangle ABC because I like Lila's advice. A, B, C. Then we're going to do the other one. Same kind of thing. Oh, that was bad. We're gonna try to draw the same triangle here.
Hmm.
And then it's what? Where does T have to go though? Yes, very smart. So T, U, V. AC is X. TV is 9. AB is 36. TU is 4. So someone tell me what AC is. Someone tell me what AC is.
Oh, wait.
I want, yes, I'll let you try. What is it?
You do, so you do, 4 to, 36,
Okay,
and then 9, and then,
well, you don't need a calculator for that, buddy. You're too smart.
36 times 4.
36 times what? Or 4 times what is 36?
Oh, 4 times 9.
So then what's AC? No, AC, this triangle is 9 times bigger than this triangle. So what is AC?
4? I don't know what you mean. I thought you meant it's 9 times 4 equals
4, listen to me. So your proportion can be 4 over 9 equals 9 over X. I'm sorry, not 4 over 9, but 36 over X. Sit down, Wilson. So it'd be 81.
Good.
Because you're multiplying by 9, multiplying by 9. All right, I feel much better today. All right, I feel much better. Yeah, let's do that. Last question for homework. One problem for homework. All right, that's it.
I don't think that's-
It's because you weren't listening today, honestly. Hey, Holland, I'm glad you made it, kiddo. All right,
Okay. Hi.
I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay.